Welcome, everyone. My name is Ray, and this is the Seeker's Notes podcast. Today's episode is very special, as we're going to answer questions from a seeker.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maria. I go by Seeker Maria in the game, and I'm part of the guild called Seeker Cats. I wanted to ask some questions to my Tona. I have so many, but I'm going to try to contain myself. But I'm very excited to be able to ask these questions because I'm so interested in the process and development that they have for the game. Absolutely, probably Seeker's Notes is my favorite game, so here goes. First question. You guys do events once a month, and I wanted to know, how far in advance do you prepare the events? Because you have to do a completely new story. You have to come up with 3 new monster designs for every month. And you also have to create like the avatars, all the prizes, and everything like that. So how long in advance does it take for you to do this?
Hello, Maria. Thank you so much for your interest in our game. It really warms my heart. And hello to other members of the Seeker Cats Guild. To answer a question, I invited Marina, who is a content game designer at Seeker's Notes.
Hi, Maria. Hi, Ray. Thank you for your kind words and thank you for inviting me. As to your question, we begin working on the main event several months before the release. Usually, locations take the longest to develop. First, the content game designers need to prepare a specification document. It is a detailed description of the future arts, and only then can an artist start working on a sketch. Afterwards, we hand the sketch to a 3D modeler who makes a 3D model of the future location. And finally, a 2D artist adds more details to it and the location art is ready. But it's not over yet. We also make a list of all hidden objects that will appear in the location and give it to another artist who draws the objects and places them in the location. At the same time, the location is being animated and the sound designers work on the sounds there.
My next question is regarding like the art design, because I myself am a digital artist and I absolutely love the designs of the locations, the art style. But my absolute favorite that I use currently for my avatars are the monster designs. So how do you guys come up with these creature design concepts? Because character design is so difficult, at least it is a little bit for me. And just coming up with these amazing interactive like monsters are just like the coolest things I've ever seen. And even compared to most fantasy literature that, we all come across. So how do you guys actually come up with it, the creature designs?
I absolutely agree with Maria. The creature designs are always so cool and unique. I admire them a lot.
Oh, thank you. It's always different. Sometimes we get inspired by our pets, recently seen movies or books, and sometimes monster ideas just come to us by themselves during the location or story development process. For example, the Secret to Perfection updates monster, Northern Leviathan, was inspired by mammoths and Northern folklore.
I also wanted to ask, in regards to the art design, how long or what kind of system do you guys use to paint in and design the art? Like, what kind of programs do you use? Do you use anything specific, as in requirements? Like, do you use Photoshop, stuff like that? And when you design everything, how long does it usually take you to draw or design out like an event or a location and any of like the avatars? Because the avatars and the events or the locations especially are so detailed. So it would be great to know exactly the description of the art process as you're actually designing them.
Great question! We have many highly skilled artists in our team. They are divided by type. Some are 2D artists, some are 3D, and also we have motion designers. Based on the type of work the artist does and their personal preferences, they all use different programs. For example, Adobe Photoshop or Spine for animation. As for 3D modelers, they usually prefer 3ds Max and ZBrush. As it was mentioned before, locations take the longest to develop and many different specialists are involved in the work. Also, it takes a long time and many specialists to develop avatars. We also begin with a specification document and then we hand it to the artist who draws the avatar from the sketch to the final design. And then the motion designer animates the avatar and it all takes a couple of weeks.
I also wanted to ask for the Mytona staff and everybody, what design-wise, what are your favorite locations to play? Personally, my favorite design locations as far as art style and the detail are the library, antique shop, lair, and dark square. But I wanted to hear you guys what your favorite locations are as far as art style. And I also wanted to say I really love the new update for the Gloomy House. It's really cool. You can see it a lot better, and it's just really fun to look at. I really enjoy going to Gloomy House now after this redesign.
Thanks. My favorite locations? Well, design-wise, I also really like the library. Other than that, I enjoy observatory, perfumery, and lighter locations like Harmony Garden and Seaside Villa. I really like academic aesthetics and peaceful countryside. What about you?
Well, my personal favorite is holiday markets because I like Christmas and market shopping. Also, I like boudoir because someday I would like to have my own vintage chic boudoir at my apartment. And my colleagues like clothing store, clock tower, mayor's office, library, secret square, and the recent one we all love the most is food court because of its mystical atmosphere, cherry blossom trees, and yummy Japanese treats. On to the next question.
This is also just a question follow up for like the avatar designs because you guys put so much detail and effort into it. I was wondering, have you guys or has the art team ever considered doing people of color? Like more black and brown groups. The only reason I asked is because the reason I don't personally use the human avatars, although the creature designs are my favorite, I always use them as my avatar designs, is because the female avatars don't look anything like me. So, there's not a lot that have really curly hair or kinky coily hair, braids, different types of cool hairstyles. Same for the men too. And I just wondered if you guys had any future releases where we would be seeing more people of color as far as representation within the avatars.
Of course, we like to try out different ideas and looks. At the moment, we have several avatars with different cultures and backgrounds, and we always try to give our avatars a new look. It just takes a lot of time to get it all out there. But we are excited to present them all to you.
And so far, those are my questions. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I love my game. I love the game so much, and especially when I play, and I love my guild Seeker Cats, and just wanted to give a shout out to them really quick. And thank you again for your time, and I appreciate it. Hopefully, we'll be able to see more of this, and best of luck to you guys, and I'm excited to see any future events that we have. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. I really appreciate the participation, and I really liked your questions.
Yes, it's nice to share some more information about us and our work with Seekers. Thank you so much, and shout out to Seeker Cats.
And this is where our podcast comes to an end. Thank you, Marina, for joining me today, and Maria for asking such wonderful questions. Have a great day, and goodbye.
Bye.